sit back and get ready to laugh. Hello gorgeous, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new, and if you are new, it would mean so much if you guys click that subscribe button to join my YouTube family. I do upload every single week, and click the bell to be notified every single time I upload. But today's video is going to be a dating story time, but this is going to be a little bit different than my typical dating story times, which I will link my story time playlist down below. Today I'm going to be sharing 4 different stories of the worst ways I was picked up or hit on by a guy. Let me know any of your crazy stories down below in the comments if you have any weird kind of stories. I'm curious to know because, trust me, listen to all these stories. Some of them are short, some are a little bit longer, but none of these guys were successful in picking me up. Let's just say that, because, well, you will find out when you listen to all of my stories. Also, if you guys want, follow my Instagram. It's just at NicolettaXOYT, and we could talk everything over on there. Let's get into the weird ways that I was hit on. And I'm telling you, listen to all of them because they get pretty crazy up in here. For story number 1, we are going to call this person Vlad. Remember that. This dated all the way back to my good old university days, and one night my best friends and I wanted to all head down and go out for the night. It was a weekend and we decided to go to the Danforth. And if you guys aren't from Canada or Toronto area, then you probably obviously wouldn't know what the Danforth is, but it is a little part in downtown Toronto and it's known as Greek Town. Downtown Toronto is super cool because they have little different parts of downtown where they have Little Italy, for example, they have Chinatown, they have Greek Town, so it's super cool and you get to like kind of see so many different ethnicities and cultures. And if you guys didn't know, I am actually half Greek, so sometimes I like to go down to the Danforth, and I went out to this little, I guess kind of like bar, and when we were all there, we were kind of just sitting down and mingling, having some drinks, and we met this group of people that were there as well, and kind of my group of friends and that group got together and we were just all sitting down and mingling, getting to know each other and just talking and having a good night. And there was this person in that group, which, like I said, we will call Vlad. So Vlad was talking to me in the little group and we were having really good conversation. I thought he was like, you know, he was cute. He was a really nice person. We had really good conversation. I wouldn't say necessarily I was like super interested in him, but I thought he was a nice person, and all my friends and his friends were all vibing and we were just having such a good laugh, and it just ended up being such a fun night with all the girls and meeting people out. And right before we were all about to say bye and leave, Vlad actually asked for my number, and I proceeded then to give him my number because, like I said, he seemed like a really nice guy, and you know, you never know where things are gonna go. So I gave him my number and then I went home. A couple days later, I get a message from Vlad. I see an audio clip attached, and his message just says, "I wrote a song for you." And you know, that might be romantic and cute, but let's keep in mind that I just met him one night and we kind of just all talked like friends and getting to know each other and nothing more than that. So to be honest, I was a little creeped out by that. I click the song and his song starts playing, and guys, this was a 4-minute long song. That is seriously dedication. If you guys could only hear this song, it was creepy to say the least. So he pretty much sang, which might I add, he's not the best singer, to be honest. I can't sing, so that's saying a lot. I would say he was probably on the same level as my type of singing, and my singing isn't good. It's real bad. So just picture that. I click play and all of a sudden you hear this like fake guitar sound in the background and he's just singing a song. So I don't have the song to play for you guys, which I honestly wish I did, but I do remember some of the lines that were in the song. So, you know, I will try my best to tell you guys some of the lines. This is how the song went down.
I waited for you my whole life, you're going to be the one.
I remember it proceeding on to say something like,
I can't get you off my head with your long brown hair. I waited for you my whole life, cause you're going to be the one. I can't get you and your brown hair out of my head.
This is why I'm not a singer, but we're gonna ignore that. That is kind of how the song went down. It pretty much was like describing me the first night we met and how he can't wait to spend the rest of his life with me and we were gonna live happily ever after, and that he can't wait to spend forever with me. I must have made a really good impression on this guy. I don't know, but I think 2 days after meeting someone was a little too soon. I thought it was just, a tiny bit strange. Some people are really good singers and that might be romantic. I feel like, if someone's a good singer and they've known you, they're your boyfriend, you've known them forever and they write a song, that could be honestly one of the cutest things ever and could be so romantic. But this was not romantic. If you want to scare a girl away, just talk to her for a couple hours and then write her a whole song on how you want to marry her. And I can guarantee that might scare her away. So after he made that song, we actually just never ended up talking again. I just thought, it just wasn't gonna work out. We said bye to Vlad. So the next story I'm gonna talk about is a quick, short one, and I just think this is the worst way to hit on a girl, and it's just, boys, just don't do it. I'm gonna help you out now, just don't do it. At this point, I was at my university and I was about to leave. So I was done classes for the day. I was so tired. I had so many things to do. I remember I had work that day. And so I'm leaving my school and I paid my parking and I'm about to walk to my car. So I'm at the stop sign about to cross the road to get to my car. And all of a sudden I get a tap on my shoulder and it's from this guy that we are going to call Jason. Jason taps me from the back and I'm kind of like didn't expect it. I was walking with my headphones and he was kind of frazzled when he came up to me. He pretty much was saying that he didn't have his phone on him and if he could please use my phone to call someone quickly. And at first I'm kind of like, I wasn't expecting it, so I'm kind of out of it, and then it sinks in. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, fine. Even though low-key I was like, how about if this guy runs away with my phone? I'm not gonna be able to run after him, but we're gonna take our chances. Being the nice person I am, I let him use my phone thinking it's an emergency because he made it seem that way, of course. And so he starts to dial the number into my phone and he has it up to his ear, and all of a sudden you just hear a ringtone. And where is the ringtone coming from? It is coming from Jason's pocket. I'm trying to figure out where this ringtone is coming from and what's going on, and then I see his face and he's just kind of smiling and has this smirk on his face. He's kind of like, doing like a little wink. So he's pretty much then looks at me and he's like, oh, got your number now. What? Really? I feel like violated, phone violated, okay? I was just not, I didn't like that move. It didn't flatter me at all, and it didn't give you any brownie points. So I was, no, we don't like. I get my phone back and I go home and I go to work and I just start getting text messages from Jason. And to be honest, I didn't give you my number, so I'm not gonna answer you because I'm not interested. That is why you should ask someone for their number because, how about they have a boyfriend? How about they're just not interested in you? How about if they go the other way? You don't know what someone's business is, He texts me and I don't answer. 2 days later, I remember he texted me question mark again, and a week later, this guy proceeds to still continue to message me and send me question marks, and at that point, I'm like, you know what, Jason? We are going to block you because I didn't give you my number anyways, so that was just a cheap shot. Block, delete, goodbye. Thankfully, I never bumped into him again at my school. Thank God universities have like thousands of people and you rarely bump into people again unless you kind of like do meetups and you need to, or if they're in your class. But he was just some random from my school. He didn't go to my class or anything, so I never got to see Jason again, and I'm okay with that. This next one kind of like, ugh. It just really irks me. It is just not a way to pick up a girl, let me tell you, and just don't do this one either, boys. I'm at the gym. I go to LA Fitness and I was working out. I see this guy staring at me from like the corner of my eye. I can kind of see him staring. I'm on this machine, which I've shared on my channel before on my come to the gym with me's, where you pretty much press your leg down on this machine and it helps with your leg and your glutes, so your booty. So I'm doing this machine, you do it on one leg and then you switch on the other, and like I said, I just see this guy staring from the side of my eye, and at first, I thought it was a little weird because he's just standing there and staring, but then I was thinking, you know what, maybe he's waiting for me to finish and maybe he wants to use the machine after I'm done. So I'm just like continuing to finish and finish my set so that if he is waiting, he can use it. And all of a sudden, I'm doing it, and in the back, I feel a tap on my shoulder. Don't you love the good old tap? I turn around, and it is, we shall call him Liam. So Liam taps me on my shoulder. I have to take off my headphones because I wasn't expecting it, even though I could see him staring, but I just was not thinking he's gonna come up and say what he said. So once he taps my shoulder and I take my headphones out, he just says to me, that machine's not gonna give you a Kardashian butt. Who are you? Hi, what? Well, I was just offended, of course. I think that is just so rude, and who's to say that I want one of the Kardashians' butts, and who are you? Who says that? I remember I just went like, haha, you're funny, and kind of gave him a look, you know that dirty look us girls are really good at. He proceeds to go on like, oh hey, I'm Liam, what's your number? First you insult me, but then you want my number? Boy, bye. No. I pretty much said, I'm not giving you my number, no thank you, not interested, and we moved on with our day. The unfortunate thing is, like I said, he went to my gym, so other times the guy did not get the hint, and other days like he would see me and he would like wave or like, do a look and like wink. Ugh, no. Get the hint, buddy, get the hint. So that was a quick little short one. Don't insult a girl and then try and hit on her. That's just not going to make anything good, and that's just not going to flatter a girl, so don't do it. So the last one is a really crazy one, so I thought I would leave it to the end of the video because it was just crazy, creepy, and just weird, and no. This has never happened to me before, and I have the receipts. I'm gonna have to block off a lot of it, as you guys will hear from this, because it's disturbing and it's weird. When I was in my university, I met this person, which we shall call him Mike. Mike and I met because we were in the same class. I just met a lot of people in my class, obviously, and one day he was like sitting next to me, so I was like, oh hey, I'm Nicoletta, what's your name? Mike. And my friends knew him too in the class that were there, and we kind of got each other's numbers because, if one of us missed homework or whatever, you usually exchange numbers in your like lectures just in case. You can get notes and ask someone what you missed and stuff like that. But I didn't know that Mike was gonna be someone that never came to class. So this was the beginning of the first week of my class. And after that first week, he pretty much never would come to class. Like, he missed so many classes, okay? And we never had that relationship that it was flirtatious or anything. I just kind of got to know him just a little bit in class, and that's it. Like, that's where our relationship ended. So let's fast forward 4 years later. I'm not in this school anymore, okay? We are long gone. We graduated. We are living our best life, our best adult life. I get a message at 4 in the morning on my Facebook. I open my DMs. I'm like, who the heck is messaging me? I see this person, and it's Mike. I see we have mutual friends, and it's people from my university. The weird thing about this is Mike and I were actually not following each other on Facebook. Like, we never ended up following each other, so I don't even know how, what was going on in his mind, why he searched me up 4 years later. He didn't add me or anything, he just sent me a DM. I don't know if you're prepared for this. So I opened the DM. It was probably like 5:30 in the morning when I actually opened it, so like an hour later, because I was actually going to the gym in the morning. So right when I wake up in the morning, I always look at my social media, I click on the messages, I open it up, and it's a photo of his parts, if you know what I mean. The whole part, just out there. What? I literally am like, what the hell is wrong with you? To put it more lightly. What was that? I have no idea. And when I said that to him, he opened it and then blocked me on Facebook. That is probably the weirdest thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life. I don't know if it was by accident. I don't know if he was on something. I don't know if that was his way of hitting on me and maybe thinking that I'm gonna talk to him and say something. Like, I don't know, I've never seen that tactic from someone in my entire life, and I still don't know to this day what that was. I'm still blocked, of course, and let's keep it that way because that was probably the most disturbing message I've seen and had to wake up to, unfortunately. I want to throw up, to put it lightly. So those are the crazy 4 ways that I was hit on by a guy that just honestly didn't go well for me, and you know, I was just not into it, let's just say that. If you guys have any crazy stories, let me know in the comments down below. You guys can always message me and we can talk over my Instagram. It's just at NicolettaXOYT. If you guys want more or maybe a part 2, let me know by thumbsing it up and sharing it. I definitely will do more. Trust me, I have a lot more creepy stories. There's a lot of creepy people out there that do a lot of weird things that are just shouldn't be socially acceptable, but people think they are. I got a lot of stories up in my sleeves. So if you guys like this, don't forget to click the subscribe button. I do upload every single week, and turn on the bell to be notified every single time I upload. And on that note, I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!